Are you tired of going to the doctor with the same issue over and over again and never getting any relief? Are you tired of buying all types of vitamins and supplements, hoping but not knowing for sure that they will keep you healthy? Or are you getting enough of the right kind of nutrients that your specific body needs? If you answered yes to any of these questions, you need a nutritional blood analysis. With a nutritional blood analysis, we can take one drop of blood from a prick of your finger and analyze your body's nutritional needs, nutritional deficiencies, and nutritional imbalances. This analysis can provide an early warning of possible future health challenges so you can make the changes now to avoid the negative outcome. A nutritional blood analysis can be used to monitor a health challenge before and after adopting an approach to restore health and balance. It will also allow you the ability to determine the effectiveness of various approaches to restoring and balancing your health. So don't wait. Make your appointment. Stop guessing with your health. Know what works for sure. 901-602-7063.
Graphic Printing, located at 890 East Range Road in Memphis, a complete print shop for all your printing needs. They do it all: color copy, resume, funeral program, rubber stamp, full color business cards, wedding and graduation invitations, and more. 30 plus years of quality work and service. They're open Monday through Friday from 8 a.m. to 5:30 p.m. Located at 890 East Range Road in Memphis, Tennessee, 901-345-9294. C Graphic Printing. CJ Used Appliances, located at 3530 Jackson Avenue here in Memphis, Tennessee. Call them at 901-487-7882. CJ Used Appliances has the best prices in town. Sales and service, heating and air. Also the best appliances you'll find anywhere in the Mid-South. Refrigerators, microwave stoves, washers and dryers, deep freezers, dishwashers, whatever you need in used appliances. And folks will tell you they're the best used appliances anywhere you'll find. That's CJ Used Appliances, 3530 Jackson Avenue. All appliances come with warranty. You can call them at 901-487-7882. Again, 901-487-7882. CJ Used Appliances. C&S Motors Auto Sales, located at 2508 Summer Avenue, here in Memphis, Tennessee. Call them at 901-323-8778. C&S Motors Auto Sales has been around since 1984. Go by and see Chris today. Some of the best pre-owned and used vehicles in the city. They have SUVs, minivans, cars, trucks, whatever you're looking for in pre-owned used vehicles. Hey, you can find it right there at C&S Motors Auto Sales. See Chris since 1984. They will treat you right. Call them at 901-323-8778. That's 901-323-8778. 2508 Summer Avenue, C&S Motors Auto Sales.
This is Sergeant Chris Richardson with the Tennessee Highway Patrol, here to explain the Tennessee Hands-Free Law, which is a new state law effective July 1st, 2019. In Public Chapter 412, it makes it illegal for a driver to hold a cell phone or a mobile device with any part of their body, to write, send, or read any text-based communication, to reach for a cell phone or mobile device in a manner that requires the driver to no longer be in a seated driving position or properly restrained by a seatbelt, to watch a video or a movie on a cell phone or a mobile device, and to record or broadcast video on a cell phone or mobile device. So, can I still talk on my cell phone while driving? Yes. A driver is permitted to use an earpiece, headphone device, or a device worn on a wrist to conduct a voice-based communication. The driver may use one button on a cell phone or mobile device to initiate or terminate voice communication, and voice-based communication may also be used to send a text message. Learn more at handsfreetn.com.
CJ Used Appliances, located at 3530 Jackson Avenue here in Memphis, Tennessee. Call them at 901-487-7882. CJU's Appliances have the best prices in town. Sales and service, heating and air. Also the best appliances you'll find anywhere in the Mid-South. Refrigerators, microwave stoves, washers and dryers, deep freezers, dishwashers, whatever you need in used appliances. And folks, I'm telling you, they're the best used appliances anywhere you'll find. That's CJ Used Appliances, 3530 Jackson Avenue. All appliances come with warranty. You can call them at 901-487-7882. Again, 901-487-7882. CJ Used Appliances. Well, the city council, the mayor, the police department, the state of Tennessee, the highway patrol, and don't forget, folks, yes, the citizens of the state of Tennessee and the citizens of Memphis and Shelby County. What are you talking about all those people for? Well, it's concerning a topic that's dear and near to everybody's heart. Well, should they or shouldn't they be doing it? Well, let's talk about it. Josh, we have a topic today that, well, you know, we had Sergeant Chris Richards of the Tennessee Highway Patrol on our show, and he spoke about the state law coming into effect, and it is in effect now, that it is against the law in the state of Tennessee to in your hand and talking on your cell phone or whatever in your hand while driving. So hands-free law. It is in effect in the state of Tennessee. But in Shelby County, particularly Memphis, Tennessee, they seem to have a problem with that. I don't know what's going on with it. What they say that the city council has to do. What does that have to do with anything? The city council don't have to do anything if it's already been approved by if it's a state law. State law to me means everything. Memphis, the last time I checked, isn't Memphis still in Tennessee?
Absolutely.
Okay, I don't know what's going on. Hey, this involves all of us, folks. Should they write the tickets or shouldn't they?
So this is weird, right? And Bob set it up perfectly when you talk about the hands-free law. And y'all know we've been all over this. We've been following the show for a while, right? Mm-hmm. That, right when this law was being passed, we had Sergeant Chris Richardson on the show to explain it, really before it was passed, to talk about it leading into the situation and as it continued to develop. And then when they finally passed the law and all that stuff. Mm-hmm. So anyway, it's one of those things where a lot of people don't like, because a lot of people like to use their cell phones, talking,
putting other people at danger.
Yeah, all of that stuff. Yeah. But passed. But what's odd, and I don't think a lot of people knew this until watching the news the other day, is that it's really not in effect in Memphis. It is, but it isn't. And leave it up to Memphis to make things as unnecessarily complicated as possible when it comes to something like this. So we got the story for you.
Then they wonder why crime is so high in Memphis.
Well, we got the story for you guys. And y'all take a listen if you can, and we'll be right back.
Take a listen to this. 901-213-6020. Take a listen.
It may be illegal, but a lot of us still do it. In fact, the state of Tennessee made texting or talking against the law back in January. But Memphis isn't enforcing the opinion of the police department and others that city council must first approve an ordinance, which hasn't happened. And here's where it gets really interesting. The city council's own lawyer says that's baloney. Police have every authority to issue tickets right now. Here's Local 24 News reporter Mike Matthews.
This is a story about nothing. Absolutely nothing. But they talked a lot about it. They sure did. The day that the city council was going to start the process of establishing an ordinance making it illegal for drivers to text or to hold a phone while talking. Now, sure, the state law went into effect saying that, but Memphis police have not.
There's no city ordinance to write the ticket for.
Deputy Police Chief Don Crow says without a city ordinance, there can't be any tickets or fines. So looking the other way when they see somebody texting away while behind the wheel.
They have been encouraged to make traffic stops for it. It is a violation of state law. We absolutely make traffic stops for that. But at the conclusion of that traffic stop, we have instructed our officers to either give a verbal warning or a written warning.
That's sort of like having an officer rap you on your knuckles and say, "Don't do this again." It's not much. And Memphis City Council lawyer Alan says to top it all off, he thinks police are wrong.
Cell phone hand-free and cell phone usage while driving is a big problem, and I think that's what the major focus should be on. And if focus, then I say let's get busy, and if people want to challenge it, we know how to defend it.
He says the cops should start writing tickets.
I think we have a precise understanding of what's going on. The policemen have shared that they cannot write a ticket.
So they'll come back in 2 weeks and talk about it, and maybe this time they'll end up talking about something place. In Memphis, Mike Matthews, Local 24 News.
All right, there you have it. And so I don't understand what's so difficult about writing tickets. Not that I'm, for police writing me a ticket for having my phone in my hand.
You're just looking forward to these.
But
tickets.
I mean, Memphis is not enforcing the law of the city council. Need approve tickets been written, which has already been approved by the state of Tennessee.
Yes, and let me before you go even more into
but
it.
But the lawyer.
Yeah,
the attorney for the city council says that's Mike Matthews says he says that's a bunch of baloney.
Yeah, and then you heard from the city attorney.
They need to be writing the tickets now, and they should be writing the tickets. So,
with all that being said, here's the thing that got me right off the top. Right, not just the situation with the city council and the state and all this stuff, but think about this. Think about what y'all just heard. Mm-hmm. That was a news story telling the entire city of Memphis that the police have no power whatsoever to do what the state of Tennessee told them to do.
Right.
So here's what they just told y'all, folks. Y'all can basically, and I'm not encouraging this, but is that you can drive, if you do drive with your cell phone in your hand, you will get pulled over. You will get a warning, but they can't do anything else.
Verbal or written warning.
A verbal or written warning. But guess what?
It's nothing.
The warning doesn't mean anything if you can't write a ticket or arrest them.
Okay, so we warn you.
What do you warn them about?
Okay, officer. Okay, so that means you're not writing tickets to you really do anything, worth anything.
Yeah.
No, it's just a warning to you. Okay. All right, and as the officer gets ready to walk away, the guy holds the phone in his hand, get ready to pull off. Thank you, sir, with the phone in his hand, and probably saying, "You idiot!
Yeah,
why pull me over then if it means nothing to the city of Memphis? Is it a waste of time? Do you think is it a waste of time for police officers to be pulling over people in the city of Memphis, phones in their hands?" And they can't get anything done, or they verbal warning or written warning. It's a warning. Is it a waste of time to have to be utilized for something that doesn't really matter? It does matter, but the city of Memphis police officers have been told not to write tickets. Other than give them a warning. Is it a waste of time to have these officers out there seeing somebody driving with a phone in their hand, pull them over just to give them a warning when these officers can be taking care of other crime in the city of Memphis is really, really high. And every time I turn around on the interstate, yesterday riding around town on the interstate, police officers were everywhere. That's good, but if they're to say, okay, we're watching for you in case you have your phone in your hand or you're on your phones, then if that's why the officers are out there, then it's a waste of time to me. I'm just saying, it's a waste of time. But if I could understand that'll be well. But why are the police writing tickets for these people, and it's a state law? Why did the city council have to pass an ordinance? Whatever they're talking about there. I mean, the state has already approved it. It's a state law.
Yeah, that's what it is.
And so Memphis is the only people, I guess, from what I understand, the only people out there that are saying, well, we can't write tickets yet. The city council haven't approved anything on that, an ordinance on that. So, and then, yesterday or whatever? They still didn't approve it.
Yeah, yesterday was when they met.
Yeah.
With the Memphis police.
Well, they didn't vote on it.
No, they didn't vote on it. But they were hoping to get something done.
Yeah.
But they ended up just talking about what they couldn't do. So here's what's so crazy about
Waste
it.
Waste of time.
The associate police director was up there yesterday, and you heard him on the clip that we played. And if you didn't hear the clip, here's basically what he said. He said, what we're doing right now with the hands-free law, y'all know what that is. That basically, if you get caught with your cell phone in your hands while driving, whether texting or talking, that they will pull you over and they will give you a warning, but they cannot write your
ticket.
And they can't punish you in any way.
Yeah.
So really, they're warning you for nothing because the warning is null and void unless they write a ticket. So what are you warning me about?
So why mess with these people on the interstates, pulling them over and chasing them down and pulling them over and say, hey, I saw you had your cell phone in your hand. You were only talking on it or texting or whatever, and so I had to pull you over, but I can't do anything to you. What?
That's so crazy.
It doesn't make sense to me. I think it's a waste. Lesson that energy in the car and the officer running down the road like an idiot, wide open with the lights on, and then pulling you over and do anything to you. I mean, if I'm the only one that's wrong, if I'm wrong, please let me know. I mean, to me, it doesn't make sense. 901-213-6020. And thanks for all you people coming in.
Morning, everybody. Let's see. I see Frankie says happy hump day, which is Wednesday.
Yeah. Hey, hump day.
What happened to that commercial? Remember the camel?
Yeah.
The Geico camel. I don't know what happened.
I don't know what happened. Maybe he lost his hump.
Jed says, set up.
Set up? What do you mean?
It's a conspiracy. And
Brunel says,
go ahead.
barely they treat us like we're not a part of Tennessee. Who treats you like you're not a part of Tennessee?
The state of Tennessee.
Well, the state of Tennessee says it's a law. Memphis is the one that's saying, not to write tickets because the Memphis City Council has not come up with an ordinance. So
now here's the thing.
Yeah.
Here's the thing. Now I think he's mainly talking about. I'm assuming.
No.
He's mainly talking about just in general.
Yeah.
When you look at the state legislature and all that, the way they kind of look at Memphis is like a stepchild, and you see that.
I don't know about that.
Disrespect.
I think the problem not looking at Memphis any other way or less than any other city in the state. I think Memphis just separates itself from the state laws and things that the state passes and the state does, and Memphis wants to go out of its own. So I think the state includes the city of Memphis. Look at the governor. He tries to make every trip he can to the city of Memphis to make her feel welcome. But but hey, Tennessee, Memphis is. I don't think that's the reason why. But I think it's silly that the city council is. They have to, make an ordinance before the police department can write tickets, and the attorney says he's the attorney of the city council. He says no. The police officers need to write tickets now. It has already been done. We don't have to wait for an ordinance. So here it sounds like the city council is divided. If the city council has an attorney, why aren't the city council people listening to their attorney? Seems like they're divided here for some reason.
The police are. The police say, yeah, I hear you, but we're not going to do it.
Yeah.
Now, here's another comment here. That may be what Jet was saying also. I'll go watch this morning, Bob.
Good morning.
And Rodney, Real News in the building this morning, says it's justification for illegal stop and frisk. And I think that's what Jet might have been saying with the setup. That it's justification for them to pull us over.
Oh, come on. I don't believe that.
And stop us and frisk us.
I do not believe
on the
that.
side of the road.
No, this is not just for you, Rodney, because you're black. Just for black people. This law is passed. Anybody that has a cell phone in their hands or talking or texting or while driving, this is the state law for everybody. I don't care if you're white, black, Chinese, Japanese, no knees, or right knees. But, this law is for everybody in the state of Tennessee.
But, now here's the thing. Now, to that point, I'm not...
Black people are always complaining, something's somebody's after you or something, or somebody's out for you.
Well, look, sometimes.
No.
Sometimes, maybe.
No.
Now, let's think about it. Now, okay, what police have the right to do in these situations, that it's their discretion. So, it's supposed to be for whoever's holding the phone, but it's up to them looking in the windows. And maybe they're just looking in the Negro windows.
Well, Michelle says here the council hasn't figured out how to skim money off those tickets. In other words, how to make more money. Or they hadn't decided, let's think about this for a minute so we can figure out before we actually pass this. So it's not that. So I guess she's saying it's not that they don't want to pass it. They're trying to figure out what kind of money they can get out of this.
Look, I wouldn't put it past them, especially the Berlin boards of the world.
Yeah.
Okay.
Berlin board, Josh. I'm glad you brought that up.
Yeah.
He is up for re-election, and he has billboards. And he has commercials all over the place.
I've noticed.
If you Negroes elect Berlin Boy, put that clown back in office, then shame on you. I'm not going to say another word about Berlin Boy after he said and did what he did at the city council and then tried to bring that white man up here from Mississippi and put him over some black people that's been here and know the area for a while.
Yeah.
Why was he trying to do... but folks, listen. If you... Negroes over in, what is that, Frazier?
That District
in
7.
That district over there, if you vote him in, I don't have anything to say. Okay? If you put him back in office, Berlin Boy says he wants to go to work for you. Or is he going to work on you? I don't know. But listen.
Man. Well.
I got off there anyway. But look,
it's funny, and I will say this. I'm glad you brought that up too. I saw the billboard as well, and digital billboard.
Yeah,
especially for past years. It was on both sides.
Both sides.
There's a big billboard over here, digital.
Right.
Berlin Boy, keep Berlin Boy.
Yep.
And then boom, that one goes away.
Then the other side of the interstate.
I don't know where he getting all this money, man.
Somebody's helping him out. So we got to get this Negro back in. He's working for us.
But who's running against Berlin? See, that's the problem in these elections. And I know I'm getting off a little bit. But in all these elections, other positions that we want people out, we don't even know who's running against them. You know what I'm saying? I blame. Because I know, and I heard, but you need to do research on the candidates. And that's true. But also the onus needs to be put on some of these candidates to put themselves out there. Because you can't always blame the people in the city for not knowing about you. Folks got work. Folks got stuff to do to be out here researching and searching and scavenger hunting for you. And you running for office. You need to make yourself known.
Yeah. Greg says, you may be on to something. I guess he's referring to Michelle.
Yeah. As far as the money, yeah.
She says, pay to play.
That's the way it goes.
All right. And Jet says, also, read that there.
Let's see.
Also remember.
Scroll up a little bit. It says you may be on to something. I didn't see also remember, but I see a comment. Here it is.
Yeah.
Also remember, when your mom used to tell you, come here, I ain't going to hit you, then bow. You get hit. Other words, that's what MPD is doing. Like sitting on the interstate, sleep every day, while drivers getting more and more comfortable. Then boom, they got everybody pulled over.
Pull over, yeah, I understand. They said pulling them over, but they're not writing tickets. They're just giving them warnings.
Yeah.
But I mean, why pull them over
if you can't do nothing?
If you can't do nothing, or you've been told well, you got two voices out there. Okay, well, three. The state of Tennessee says it's a law. Mm-hmm. Okay, you can write tickets against people that are have it in their hands and all that kind of stuff. Texas. Yeah. Okay. The city council says we have to make an ordinance. Mm-hmm. So, you can't write tickets yet. All right. Then the city attorney, the city council, go ahead and write tickets. The police department should be writing tickets, and they can write tickets for having your cell phone in your hand, or texting, or on it talking while driving. Hands-free law. It is a law. He says yes. Go ahead and do it. So we're divided here. So what should we do? 901-213-6020. Yes.
Now I just saw something that made me think a little bit.
Yeah.
So I'm going through these comments, make sure I didn't skip none. Leo says, slowly, I'll go what? Are you running for something? I think I've seen you talk about it. But I know you run every year.
Uncle Watt?
Yeah, I know you run for something every
Uncle
year.
Watt don't need to run for nothing. If he needs to run for something, he need to run he need to run to Jesus. But the way that man was doing on here yesterday,
I know.
I mean, good grief, man.
He be running all the time.
You need to borrow some soap for your mouth or something? My goodness, man. But anyway, what his language is coming at you. But Greg says,
yeah, now that's just what. Let's see.
I have.
Jay, I also say go to work on you, and that's when you were talking about Berlin Boy.
Yeah.
Greg says exactly, Josh. As far as
his one before that, he said I've always maintained that if a law is aimed at us and it's actually illegal activity that is being targeted, then what does that say about us?
Oh, okay, I see what you're saying.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, he's always maintained that if a law is aimed at us, meaning black folks,
okay,
and it's actually illegal activity that's being targeted, and what does that say?
So I guess say about us. Are we really having problems?
Well, I guess are we breaking the law a lot?
Yeah.
That's a thought.
Yeah.
I don't know.
So I don't know there.
Hey, also Greg says exactly, Josh, when it came to the political candidates. The Berlin Boys sign was misspelled. It was supposed to say, keep Berlin out. The word there.
Yeah.
Now, look, if Berlin paid for a sign on there, that would be amazing.
He should be honest. Berlin Boys.
He ain't going to tell him to keep him out, though.
He's sour. He's a sour person sitting on the city council. He's not really representing his district.
Yeah, no question.
People out.
Gotta flush the
Rodney
toilet.
Fisher says to me, what does he say?
It's about black people. PD doesn't have jurisdiction to, but will only be pulling black people over unlawfully for a warning. And he's still news.
Oh, come on. I don't believe that. Why are you people? Let me say it like that. But why do black people feel that everybody's after them? For that, they feel like, okay, well, the police is after black folk. Okay, wow. Mm-hmm. In cases there are things going on, and I will admit it. Okay?
Oh, yeah.
And I do agree. But to continue to use examples like the white folks is after us, the police is after us, the city is after us or the president us or whatever. I mean, it continues to go on and on. Too many excuses out there and complaining too much about nothing.
Well, I'm gonna say this.
I don't know. Maybe you need to explain it to me. But
I'm gonna say this. It's just, I think, you know, it's legit to say. I never use the word after us, you know, because that just sounds kind of different to me.
Oh, whoa. Go ahead, Josh.
But black folks are like always targeted in different situations. And there's we've seen plenty of it over the years. So I get where that suspicion comes from. I think it's a legitimate suspicion to have.
Yeah.
But, I mean, if I don't see that happening, I can't necessarily make that claim. You know, that's all I'm saying. If I see it happening, I'll call it out.
Okay. Jet says Thurston Smith is running for that seat. This is Kevin.
And Michelle also added some more.
Just been to say, if Thurston Smith is the only one running against Berlin Board, I mean, we're doomed. I mean, either one. I mean, what's the difference?
Well, I'm sure. Look, hey, Thurston may end up coming in on this video here.
I don't care.
I know you don't care.
But Michelle Land says again.
She says Michelin Thomas and Jared Price plus 2 plus Thurston. About 6 more unknowns.
Yeah.
Good grief. That many people running for that seat? Wow.
Okay, they need to make themselves known then.
I mean, I ain't heard.
You know, but, you know, the people, Thurston Smith and Berlin Board, I mean, you know, gosh, is that, I mean, come on. I mean, that's terrible. That is terrible. But anyway, hey, you know.
I don't disagree.
you know.
Look, like I say, okay, I'll put it this way. Now, let me ask you this instead of me saying something. Mm-hmm. Would you rather have Thurston than Berlin? Just looking at what you've seen of Berlin.
If I had to vote, if I would vote,
if that was their only two,
those are the only two. I'd just skip that vote. Anyway,
oh, man. Well, hey.
I mean, gosh, you know, I don't know, man. That's tough. But since there's somebody else, thank God, you know, you can vote for somebody else. But at any rate, what are these people doing for these, you know, and I think Thurston Smith at one time had a problem running for that position over there before because he didn't live in the area.
I'm trying to think, was that it? Because I remember he did run for that seat before.
Yeah, I think there was talk about he didn't live in the area, so I don't know if he bought a toilet seat over there and set it somewhere in Fraser, or if he bought an apartment and set it over there. They say you have to have something where it shows that you're paying some light bills or something. That you're a resident of what is it, Fraser?
Yeah,
the District 7.
I remember Justin Ford did something like that where when he was in office.
Yeah.
Had a little empty apartment, you know, somewhere. But
yeah. So, I mean, is that what Thurston has done? Is that what these two guys are doing? Berlin Board, you know.
Well, 7 is big. So, now I know there's you know, it's a nice part where you can kind of live on the fringe, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's true.
So, hey, we'll see. But it's one of those things, I think, I'm going to be honest with you, just off of name recognition.
Yeah.
As far as the chances to beat Berlin, I think he's the most known out of those. You know,
and that's why I think somebody said it
those
well.
Other two,
I think somebody said it well earlier. It's not name recognition we should be going on.
Yeah.
You know, because just by name recognition, then you know, I think Memphis has been in trouble with that for the longest. Just because somebody has a name or who they're out there, they're not out there for you, you know. But at any rate, 901-213-6020. If you have any comments on that particular situation, the city council and the ordinance that they have to vote and on an ordinance, which is already a state law, before they write tickets.
Mm-hmm.
On a hands-free law with the cell phone. And one lady said at the city council, she said, no understanding. We don't have no understanding of the law about cell phones. We don't, it's not clearly understood. Come on, you're a city council woman and you don't have hands-free means hands-free.
Well, I don't know.
What else do you have to say? You can't have the cell phone in your hand while you're driving, whether you're talking or texting. So what do you don't understand?
You would think it's pretty simple. I was thinking the same thing. But I don't know. Maybe it is something to it for the police to constantly say, well, we don't want to ride. They feel like they're going to get in some legal trouble if they do.
Well, the
y'all know,
said we're ready to handle all the legal things, and they have it. They can. Why? Because it's a state law. Back it up if you write tickets on this particular situation. But yeah,
some more comments here. Sarah, I got to kind of go back here.
Well, Jet says stopping and frisking.
Yes. And now,
but
now here's the thing. Now,
why would I be afraid of them frisking me?
No. Now I got to say this. Now I'm not saying I'm afraid of it.
Yeah.
But there's no need to do so if it's not necessary.
No, I don't think they're just going to pull you over and then get out your car. Get out your car.
I understand that, but here's where that comes from. Here's where the thought comes from.
Yeah.
We already know that they have taken advice from, I forget the person's name, I think the guy's from New York City. They came and advised the police department on the stop and frisk tactics that they used up there. And they advised the current director that's there and those who do that, and they felt that reduced crime up in New York City. You know what I'm saying? So a lot of people have always felt suspicious that the MPD is going to start employing those type of tactics itself. Now, I don't know if that's already happened yet. I don't even know if they actually plan on doing it. I hadn't heard any complaints about it. At least as of yet, I didn't know anybody that's happened to just out of the blue. But, I guess people feel like if you just pulling people over just because you can, that can lead to other things.
Right.
Let's see. Agawad says, no need to let these Negroes know that they have the opportunity to cast a ballot that screams GFY. See, he says the same thing over and over again. So I'm going to skip some of his comments. Jet says, I was that Bob, LOL, he decided to be honest. I'm not sure.
Who decided to be honest?
What exactly he was referring to there. Because, when these are kind of delayed, so I had to go back and read them. Rodney says, wow, Bob, you sound like Martin Luther. Jay-Z. Oh, man. Okay, hold up. So you putting Jay-Z and Martin Luther King in the category? That's a whole nother conversation. Because people feel like Jay-Z is a sellout for, working for the NFL now.
Yeah, well.
And
what is this Leo Agawad? What does he want?
I don't know, but I'm skipping this.
No, I'm going to read what he says here.
Yeah.
He said, until y'all get mad enough to cuss, you will keep getting what they have been giving you. What is cussing going to do?
I think his catchphrase is,
what is cussing going to do? That's ignorance to me.
Yeah.
What are you cussing for? For what? What are you not going to do? What are you going to do? You want to stop traffic on a certain interstate one day. You're going to get on side of the road or the interstate and just start cursing out loud passing by. Stop the traffic?
Well, that's going to get some people.
No, people are going to look at you and say, what's wrong with that guy? It's not going to stop anything. But anyway, Read us. What else we got?
Let's see. Jet says, I'm actually supporting Thurston. And I've seen on Facebook.
Yeah.
I'll be assisting his campaign this Saturday morning.
Okay, that's fine.
Yeah.
You know, as long as the person believe in somebody and they want to support them, that's fine.
Absolutely. Let's see, Michelle Lance says Berlin works for the developments and big money. That's very true. That's been made pretty obvious. I agree. He also, Jet says he had a vacant house. Thurston does live in District 7. I've been to his home. Okay, good deal. GKP says Berlin will win. GKP. Jet says Thurston resume is better than most of the mayoral candidates. And I'll say, look, one thing about Thurston that I know, as far as just seeing different records and things, he's held a whole lot of offices, been on a ton of committees, done a lot of things, talk about drugs and all that
Let
stuff.
me tell you something. Berlin Board, Thurston Smith, they're just like any other regular politician.
Yeah.
I don't trust Thurston Smith. Be honest with you. I don't trust him.
Yeah.
Okay, because I've seen things and I've dealt with him and I've heard him say some things and I heard him lie all the time and I just don't trust him.
I agree with you. And see, here's
if a person is like that personally, then don't you think they're going to be that way in office as well?
Absolutely.
I just don't trust. And
see,
like I said, I don't trust Berlin either.
Yeah. Because Berlin has avoided us.
Yeah.
Back when we were on the radio station, and ironically, the show he did come on was Thurston's show, if I remember correctly.
Yeah.
You remember that day?
Yeah, I remember that.
It was in the parking lot. Us leaving, and we see Berlin pull up in his nice car.
Yeah.
Suited and booted.
Yeah, he was on their show.
Yeah. So, I don't know if things have changed. It's just they seem to get along pretty well there. Even though I know they did ask some pressing questions to a degree. But for the most part, it was basically a hugging and kissing session. But I'm like this, associations, it really doesn't matter to me. Anybody can vote for who they want to vote for.
Absolutely.
But I do agree with Bob about the can't trust factor because of personal experience.
Yeah.
So when you base off that, I really don't
I don't know what to tell you.
That.
I mean, all I'm telling you is that, hey, the experience I had with him, I wouldn't trust him with an empty brown bag and tell him to hold it till I get back without something happening to it. But, I don't know. That's just me. But anyway.
Michelle Land says Berlin is a FedEx employee, but his government salary is garnished for support. Oh, wow. Michelle got some pay on Berlin.
What's going on, Michelle?
We may need you to call in and break this stuff down.
Wow. The number is 901 Michelle. Yeah. Berlin, she says, is a FedEx employee, but his government salary.
Mm-hmm. That's what I just read, yeah.
Child support. Wow.
That means they're taking the... Yeah.
She really...
putting it all out there.
Putting it out. She doesn't like Berlin.
Hey, Jet says if Berlin wins, I will leave Memphis like a racist white man.
Oh,
I understand.
Well, maybe if this white man and Berlin win, maybe you all hang around because he'll probably be for you. Anyway.
Oh, man. Bro, Jet's addressing what he was talking about with Tell the Truth. He said, when Bob said the truth on his sign that I recreated, the sign that he changed instead of keep Berlin's A out. Man.
What was that? Somebody said, Jet said, who is Bill de Blasio?
Yeah, Bill de Blasio. That was the guy from New York.
Oh, okay,
that came and advised.
Got you.
I'm glad you said the name. That was the name. I forgot his name. He says, you sound like Kelly Price, Bob. So, as far as I know, he's super right-wing, Kelly is.
Yeah.
Super Republican. Let's see.
Wait. Why y'all call him super Republican and super right wing? What is?
Well, like he's, like I'm sure I'll be shocked if he's not a Trump fan. It's not a bad, saying bad things or whatever. But I know
he has the right to be a Trump fan, just like these other people have a right to. What's that other idiot out there?
Which one?
Okay, several. Okay.
Yeah, I mean, hey.
But anyway, Republicans or whoever he want to. I mean, that's his right.
Absolutely.
People vote Democrat. I think the problem is we have here. Let me see if I can assess this correctly. I think black people think all to vote Democrat. Black people should vote all the same. And if they don't vote all the same, then if they vote Republican, they're not really supporting black people.
They're not black, yeah.
They're not, not black, but they're not supporting black people.
Mm.
It's not just want to vote what's on their mind, their own opinion, or who they think that wants to be in office. So do you think that black people trying to force other black people to vote the Democrat, do you think that's taking away their right to vote for whoever they want to vote for? So if black people listen to other black people and vote the way all black people say to vote, then they're not really and they're right to choose.
Yeah.
Like you always say, people choose their choice. So if black people don't have a right to vote for Republican, then what are all the black people gonna do? Or treat him like an outcast, or ostracize him or whatever.
Mm.
I mean, so that Negro is no longer black; he's white now. So
you do hear a lot of that.
Yeah, I
mean,
do.
That's true.
Well, he's voting for the white folk. He's one of us. Oh, come on! I don't believe that kind of stuff.
And see, here's the thing: you can't let it be completely along racial lines. I've never believed that. Especially, I mean, look, just like we were talking about Berlin Board. I mean, you voted certain black folks in, they're just not going to have the community's interest and heart whatsoever.
Yeah.
And you're just going to make things worse. Just because you vote for another black person, if that in that particular case.
Right.
But I don't make that stop me from voting for a black person.
No, absolutely.
Or a white person.
Or a white person, if they're right, if you feel that they're going to do the right thing. And the problem I think that Memphis has had for all these years is that everybody want to put a black person in office in Memphis. And so if they want to be elected, jump up and say, hey, I'm black. I'm running for, so-and-so seat. So all the black people, vote for me. Because they feel that black people are going to be dumb enough just because they are black if they're running against another white person.
Do you know who, honestly, is the only mayoral candidate that's doing that?
Who's that?
It's Willie Harrington. Even more so than Tammy, to be honest with you, as far as the racial lines.
Okay.
Because I honestly thought that Tammy would play the race card more than she has. Mm-hmm. One, she has so many white supporters that she doesn't want to knock them off. She didn't want to, knock them out. Just from what I've seen fighting for her on social media, there's a lot of white women and men.
Well, there's a lot of white gays and lesbians.
I know what you mean. But some of them are offended because of her tweets. And that's a whole nother thing.
But she's not that anymore, believe me, y'all. She's not that way she's not when it comes to that, she's not against them.
Oh man, see,
I can guarantee you it's not that way anymore.
We don't have the confirmed evidence.
Okay, we don't,
but it has been rumored. But nonetheless, anyway, Harrington has been the main one, and I don't think he's necessarily come out and said this, but the people that are supporting him have. Has definitely been playing the race card for the most part. With the black men, the black women, stuff like that. even though Harrington has some white supporters too, and some white people that liked him when he was mayor previously. You know,
Jet says he has it in for Thurston too. Who is that? He's talking about Kelly.
Oh, I wouldn't be surprised. I wou't be surprised. I don't know if something happened back in the day at the station or not. But man,
yeah, you talking about Kelly?
But Kelly got in for a lot of people, to be honest with you. Yeah. And probably vice versa.
I thought at one time, a couple of times, I thought I kind of felt or sensed that Kelly had.
Well, I mean, I feel like he feels that way with everybody at some point.
I think
just his personality,
yeah.
I think Jet probably feels he's got it in for him right now.
Yeah.
They always, doing the show. But
what does that Agawad guy says there? He said, but it's not just so Memphis. Stuff. All of Shelby County politicians' establishment is rotten to the core. Well, maybe he's onto something there. But, I mean, you have to put somebody in office, to do something. But, I think a lot of black candidates, they feel that they're going to get elected just simply because they're black. And they just take advantage of it. And so, hey, I'm in office now. The black people have voted me in. And so I'm going to sit here just like all the other politicians, drink my coffee and relax and just enjoy the ride, and then do something good before the end of the election term, and run and vote again. The black people going to do it again. You can just keep sticking them and sticking them the wrong way. Black people still gonna vote for you because you're black.
Well, let me ask y'all this now. What does this make you guys think? Because I feel like, this can send people in different directions. Do you know who's endorsed Jim Strickland recently?
Oh.
I'm sure you probably Steve Cohen.
Yeah.
Steve Cohen has endorsed Jim Strickland.
Steve Cohen.
Yeah.
Going with Cohen, all you black folks. Yes, that's right.
I know you can't stand Steve Cohen.
And I have been thinking for years, these black people putting Steve Cohen in office was a big mistake. And it seems like he was the master to them. Master. He's our master. But anyway, I don't care if any other black person ran against him that was not qualified. I felt, hey, get him out of office,
Well, I mean, they've had.
Who was attorney Ricky Wilkins?
He was the best chance.
The best chance. Failed it.
They did, and Wilkins, and everything. Even though I think he probably do even better now. I don't know if he even wants to do that anymore though, because I know he's 100% behind Harrington.
Yeah,
as well for mayor, as well as Harrington has a solid base of people that are going to vote for him regardless. But, I don't know, man.
Jet said, trust me, Michelle knows. Okay. What does she know? What do you know, Michelle?
She knows everything, evidently. She has a website here. Let me go up here. She listed a website we can go to. More information.
Jet says, true, Bob. Very true. It's white men. Yeah.
There it is.
This is all public, guys.
Truth.org. Yeah, check out
Memphis Truth.
.org for
.org for the scoop. Okay. All right. Well, see, a lot of times a lot of people don't look at what's the local scoop is out there. Somebody like Michelle that's on it, and people like her, the people that look into this stuff, more heavily. So
I'm on the site right now, and my goodness, I don't know why I hadn't been here before. The first thing I see is Berlin Boyd, the Donald Trump of lies. There's a long article here. I'm going to have to check this out and see what's going on here.
But, Josh, what you had mentioned, Steve Cohen has endorsed Jim Strickland.
Yeah.
So, all you black people that's been voting for Steve Cohen, now it's time for you to change your vote from the other candidates and get on board Steve Cohen and vote for Jim Strickland. You had a white problem because it was white. You've been voting all these years for Steve going with Cohen, so now with Cohen for
Strickland.
There.
So I'm skipping some. I'm not skipping them, but I just saw the comment. I had to let you know.
Yeah.
Rodney says, "Bob, your good friend against Cohen."
Oh, did he?
Yeah.
I see why Cohen.
Look, he says him in the primary next year. Says Agawad.
I mean, but who is Agawad?
He said we bleeped up and ran as an independent. You Negroes can vote Democrat. Look,
see,
what way of getting votes is that?
There you go. That's exactly what I'm talking about. Agawad is going to go Democrat so that the vote jump board. And then,
and he's telling us he's doing it.
He's telling us he's doing it.
What in the world?
So I'm going Democrat, y'all. Get ready so you guys can vote for me because I know you're just that stupid. That's what Agawad said. Oh, God.
This is hilarious, man.
901-213-6020.
Oh, yeah. Y'all know y'all can call in, too. I know it was a lot of comments. But the number on the screen, y'all can hit us up as well. 901-213.
Listen to the way Agawad said this. He said, "You Negroes."
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That's what. First of all, I don't know if he's black or white. If he's white, this is getting really disturbing now.
Yeah. I don't know. Who is Agawad?
Agawad sounds like a white guy.
Agawad, are you white or black? Sounds to me like he's black.
Okay, here it is. Let me go back.
He said, "I don't get the joke." I don't think he's joking.
Nah, he's not joking. Okay, here's here. I went back a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
Jed says, we shouldn't always vote Democrat, but we should all vote the same. Meaning the black community. He also says...
Whoa. We should vote Democrat, but we should all vote the same. Black person should vote the same, Jed. So here... This is what I'm talking about. Mm-hmm. Are you saying that black people shouldn't have a choice in who they vote for? It is whatever the black people say, then all black people get on board because you don't have a right to vote for who you want to vote for. You vote for what the black people, no questions asked. Don't be hard-headed. Just vote for what the black people want. I mean, I don't get that.
Well, here's the thing. Okay, now he followed it up. Mm-hmm. Says, I know it won't happen though, and I try to educate people and not degrade them for whatever decision they make, except people like the black conservative. Oh man, that's a throwback. Jed also asked, "Is stop sign dead?"
No, I don't know. But black conservative. He left me a message on my text and said that he was going to inform the black. What is the guy name? Stop sign. That we were on this, but I hadn't heard anything from him. So if he did or not, I think he's still over there trying to get along with some other people that are not getting along with him. Yeah. That's the black conservative. So, but anyway.
Greg says he, being black conservative, is the biggest hypocrite along with Thaddeus. Oh my goodness.
Whoa.
Hey, Greg, if you're listening, that wasn't me, it was Greg.
Oh, boy. But anyway.
No, it don't matter. Like I said yesterday, it don't matter. No. But I'm just telling you that this time it wasn't me, it was Greg.
Yeah, no. But anyway.
If scared.
Jet said our politicians, our political choices should be the same. Okay, Agawad, Google Nathan Bedford Forrest, and Agawad.
I know
So he says Google it.
I know because he put his name on the statue. Mm-hmm. If I'm not mistaken, I remember that being in the news. Agawat, his name was spray painted on the statue.
Really?
That was a few years ago.
Mm. Is there a picture beside his comment there?
I don't know, but I'm not caring that much. But there is a picture, though. I mean, it's his profile picture. But anyway, Bob, if you let me go back to some of these.
Go ahead.
Let's see. Greg also says, I think he's like unforgetful and is a tech phobe. Allergic to technology.
Oh. Yeah.
Meaning black conservative. So anyway.
Okay. Got you. Yeah.
Because remember, hey, before you read some more, these facts, I'm trying to catch us up.
Okay, go ahead.
So I want to kind of fly through them here. Mm-hmm. Jet says, like Josh said, Kelly D is the best friend a man can have, but man, that dude does not get along with many people at all. LOL. And let's see, I'm almost caught up here. Jet said, I tagged Kelly, now I'm going to have to hear his stuff. And there's some more. Kelly and I will be on 88.5 tomorrow with John Best. Okay, shout out. I'll check it out. Should. He said as far as voting the same. That's what you were talking about. Mm-hmm. Michelle Land said we should also looking at District 5 very closely. And Michelle, may have to have you lay out some of these political races and what's going on here. Mm-hmm. Rodney says Thurston is having issues not paying his campaign party.
What?
Oh, Rodney says, Jet, I hope you get paid correctly. Oh, Lord.
Oh.
Jet says basically BC, Black Conservative, went and told his massa on the internet. Massa stops. Hey, massa. Bob on Facebook. Oh, Lord. So there it is. And lastly here, Jet says, so Leo is trying to argue what? I am hilarious, says Jet. He's calling himself hilarious. Oh, man.
What did Agawat say there? Nope. Pookie did it.
Oh, Pookie put your name on the statue? Okay. I do know. I remember it made news. Agawat. That's where you made news because it's spray painted on the Bedford Forest statue. People wondering what that was.
Okay. All right. And I guess we got other news.
Yeah, we do.
Folks,
I think we need to take a break, though, if you want.
Yeah, let's take a break right here. When we come back, we've got another topic, folks. Listen, gosh, you think that I don't think the first one was anything close to what we're about to talk about now.
Oh, is your question of the day?
Well, not that one. That's good too.
Okay.
But the next topic and that question of the day, both of them are big time things that we can talk about coming up next. So stay tuned. You're listening to Talk Back Live with Bob
and Josh.
It is 9:11, 11 minutes past the hour of 9 o'clock. A very pleasant good morning to you on a Wednesday morning. Yes, indeed. Bringing you the very best. Yeah. 74 degrees to start your day. Sunny. Folks, take care of yourself. Hydrate. Do the right thing. Get out of the sun some. We'll be back after this.
Graphic Printing, located at 890 East Range Road in Memphis, a complete print shop for all your printing needs. They do it all: color copy, resumes, funeral programs, rubber stamp, full color business cards, wedding and graduation invitations, and more. 30 plus years of quality work and service. They're open Monday through Friday from 8 a.m. to 5:30 p.m. Located at 890 East Range Road in Memphis, Tennessee, 901-345-9294. C Graphics Printing.
Are you tired of going to the doctor with the same issue over and over again and never getting any relief? Are you tired of buying all types of vitamins and supplements, hoping but not knowing for sure that they will keep you healthy? Or are you getting enough of the right kind of nutrients that your specific body needs? If you answered yes to any of these questions, you need a nutritional blood analysis. With a nutritional blood analysis, we can take one drop of blood from a prick of your finger and analyze your body's nutritional needs, nutritional deficiencies, and nutritional imbalances. This analysis can provide an early warning of possible future health challenges so you can make the changes now to avoid the negative outcome. A nutritional blood analysis can be used to monitor a health challenge before and after adopting an approach to restore health and balance. It will also allow you the ability to determine the effectiveness of various approaches to restoring and balancing your health. So don't wait. Make your appointment. Stop guessing with your health. Know what works for sure. 901-602-7063.
CJU's Appliances, located at 3530 Jackson Avenue here in Memphis, Tennessee. Call them at 901-487-7882. CJU's Appliances have the best prices in town. Sales and service, heating and air. Also the best appliances you'll find anywhere in the Mid-South. Refrigerators, microwave stoves, washers and dryers, deep freezers, dishwashers, whatever you need in used appliances. And folks will tell you they're the best used appliances anywhere you'll find. That's CJ Used Appliances, 3530 Jackson Avenue. All appliances come with warranty. You can call them at 901-487-7882. Again, 901-487-7882. CJ Used Appliances.
C&S Motors Auto Sales, located at 2508 Summer Avenue, here in Memphis, Tennessee. Call them at 901-323-8778. C&S Motors Auto Sales has been around since 1984. Go by and see Chris today. Some of the best pre-owned and used vehicles in the city. They have SUVs, minivans, cars, trucks, whatever you're looking for in pre-owned used vehicles. Hey, you can find it right there at C&S Motors Auto Sales. See Chris since 1984. They will treat you right. Call them at 901-323-8778. That's 901-323-8778. 2508 Summer Avenue, C&S Motors Auto Sales.
And welcome back to the show, Talk Back Live with Bob
and Josh.
It is now 9:17, 17 minutes past the hour, 9 o'clock Central Time.
And a very pleasant good morning to you on a Wednesday morning. And starting your day off, 74 degrees. I'm pretty sure temperature has risen. And reaching for a high of about 97 degrees, somewhere around there today. Mm-hmm. Could break another record. It was 100 degrees the past couple of days. And that's hot. Can you imagine what it would feel like if it's been 100 degrees for the past regular Fahrenheit, the past couple of days? Can you imagine if the humidity was high?
Oh, man.
And the heat index would probably feel like 100, over 120. That's the factor. The humidity in the air with the heat develop the heat index.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So
what
man,
we in the weather profession.
Yes, that would feel awful if the humidity was high and it hadn't been high in the past couple of days. It would be terrible. It would have been terrible. All right, 901-213-6020 is the number to call. All right, and you can still talk about the other issue that we were talking about. Well, we talked about several things.
A lot of stuff.
Yes, anyway.
And, I can still comment on all of it as well.
Yeah.
Hello, everybody that's in now. I see Daniel came in right before the break. What's
Good
up,
morning, Daniel?
Kelly D came in right before the break.
Oh.
And scared Jet a little bit. So definitely shout out to you, man. See you on there.
Yeah.
And some more people coming.
All right, 901-213-6020. One of the things I mentioned too is that black people have a problem if other black people don't vote. If black people vote Democrat, we expect all other black people to vote. No, you have the wrong person if you're talking to me. I just don't do that. Okay, I think people should have the right to vote for whoever they want.
I agree.
And if they don't, if black people tell other black people who to vote for, then they don't have a right. You're taking away their right to vote for whoever they want. So, I mean, I'm just saying. All right, and other news. Let me say this.
Yeah.
There is some new information that's come out. Well, it's back in the news again. Let's put it this way.
Yeah.
Do you think, and a lot of you know what I'm talking about here, the lady that was been missing, I almost said it has been killed. That's been missing for what now? What? Several months? Couple of months? 2, 3, 4 months?
Yeah, it's been a while.
Yeah. Do you think her husband killed her?
And it's Tequila Hayes was her name.
Tequila Hayes.
Is her name. And
yeah.
I know the police, and we're going to play a story on it in just a second. But it came back.
And that was a domestic violence situation.
Yeah, the husband had been reported for domestic violence.
Yeah.
Before. But this is very weird situation, man, because we hadn't heard anything about it. It seemed like in a few weeks, right?
Right.
But now, it kind of jumped up out of nowhere. We saw the police started searching.
Thank you, Jay. Yeah.
Started searching in this designated area.
Mm-hmm.
And, it makes you wonder, did they get a tip or a hit or something?
Or they know something. Do you think the police and the sheriff department, do you think they know something right now? They searched their home, took out a lot of stuff, and now all of a sudden
they conduct this new search really close to their home again.
Yeah, right there by the home in the wooded areas there.
Yeah.
So do you think they're trying to tell us, okay, dead? Somebody who's killed her or whoever has hidden her body or buried her body or whatever.
Do you remember the weird story that came out after the last time the police searched?
Good morning, Christina Shepard from Georgia.
Good morning. Shout out to you.
Yes, indeed.
In the building. But, hey, real quick, do you remember when they last searched for her?
Yeah.
And the mother, they came out and said that the police confirmed her that she's dead. Mm-hmm. I'm like, well, how can they do that if they don't have the body?
Right.
So, kind of weird.
Yeah, that was. So I thought it was all over.
Yeah, like a lot of people did, but we thought they might have found a body or something, but nothing ever came of it, and now they're still. Here's the story of what happened yesterday, and we'll talk about whether they found anything or not. Okay,
let's take a listen to this. And again, phone line is open 901-213-6020. And take a listen to this and tell us what you think.
New frustrations tonight for investigators after today's unexpected search for a missing Cordova woman again came up empty. Good evening, I'm Richard Ransom.
And I'm Katina. Dozens of deputies and searchers scoured a large wooded area for 41-year-old Tequila. The mother has not been seen. Local 24 News reporter Brad Broders live on Dexter Road. Today's efforts were centered.
So, Brad, deputies searched for days last month. They found nothing. There must have been a tip or some new information that prompted this morning's search, yes?
Well, Richard and Katina, there wasn't actually a specific tip, according to investigators, but they really just wanted to give this area a thorough scope near Tequila Hayes' home here in this wooded area behind me. And even though this particular search today came up empty, I spoke with Tequila Hayes' sister on the phone. She's thankful that investigators aren't giving up and not slowing down their efforts. With sticks and search dogs by their side, this Shelby County Sheriff's Office team today walked by step trying to find any new clues in the months-long Tequila Hayes missing persons case.
We are not going to leave any stone unturned.
The search, 4 miles long and a quarter-mile wide, started at 7 this morning afternoon. In the end, authorities said the efforts didn't provide a breakthrough in this 3-month case that's baffled investigators.
And if she's been missing since August, I hope and pray that somebody finds her or at least brings something to closure to let them know what happened.
According to the missing woman's family, Hayes' husband told them saw her. The reported her missing in August after Hayes missed her son's birthday. Authorities said Hayes reported to her job at Methodist Healthcare May 21st. Last month, the Tennessee Bureau of Investigation took several items from her home for review.
Let's hope for the best, and that's that they could find her somewhere not in the field, but somewhere where she was okay.
With no suspects and no major leads, investigators today again asked the public for help.
It does not matter to us how small or insignificant the person may believe that the tip is. Allow us an opportunity to weigh that information out.
Now, that Shelby County Sheriff's Office spokesperson also said today that investigators continue to sporadically speak with Tequila Hayes' husband. If you have any information that's relevant to this missing persons case, you're asked to call Crime Stoppers. That number is 901-528-CASH. Reporting live in Cordova, Brad Broders, Local 24 News.
And so forth, what do you think? They searched the area behind the home where she lived. Do you something? The guy says in the news, well, not that they have any tips or anything. They just want to, make sure they cover any areas that they need to cover. I think they're onto something. And for the mere fact that she's missing, and nobody says she's been killed, but the fact that she's missing, and then these guys, the sheriff department with dogs and everything, go searching a wooded area. So, and she's been missing for some time, without a trace. Why would, this is my thing. Why would a mother, walk away from her home and not inform her mother or her child or any other relatives and just not say anything? Leave her cell phone behind, leave her car behind, her wallet, her purse, and all of the things that a person needs.
All important personal stuff.
Yeah. Why would a person walk away and leave all this stuff? And to me, I think the husband knows something. If he didn't, and the mother asked, the mother said she just came straight out and asked him, "Did you kill my daughter?" And the response she got was from him, "If I didn't kill her, who did?"
I mean, that's just
that's
just a stupid and weird response to a question like that. Especially if you supposedly didn't do it. And I'm like this, I feel like it's almost safe to say that he did have something to do with this.
Oh, absolutely. I agree that.
Because so many
I've
things,
always felt that from the beginning.
Absolutely. So many things he said since the beginning has just been weird. Not only that comment you brought up with the mother, but then the different dates of when she actually went missing. Her job saying she, some people say she's missing in October. Well, not October, but August.
Mm-hmm.
He said he last saw her on June the 5th. Didn't report her missing until weeks later.
Mm.
What in the world's going on?
Okay.
So why would you wait all this time?
Yeah, she was missing since June the 5th.
Yeah.
Was she missing, or did he say, well, she just went on a vacation? Is that what he meant? She just went somewhere and she'll be back? Or, okay, but if she went missing then and you didn't say anything about it, the mother wants to know, why didn't you say something to someone about her being missing?
And then he says the last time he saw her was on that day when she left the house and jumped in a strange car.
Yeah.
I mean, that doesn't make any sense. Look, no phone, no purse, no nothing. Look, people in this day and age, that phone, even more than your purse.
Oh, yeah.
That phone, no matter where you're going. And I mean, come on now.
Well, maybe she didn't want to hear from anybody anymore.
Nah, that's ridiculous. That just, with no signs of anything like that.
Yeah.
A person that family tells that she did, to just leave her family like that and not have contact with nobody, leave her car, all her belongings, doesn't make any common sense.
And they saw her, I think it was July something.
Well, not July.
No. It was.
I mean, because she went missing, and according to her husband, Jim, and nobody's seen her since May 21st.
Okay. So. All right.
Tina Shepard. I'm sorry, I didn't catch that.
Katina, welcome to the show. Good morning on a Wednesday.
Morning
from Georgia.
Good morning. Yeah, I was listening. First of all, the answer that the husband that would make him suspect number one.
Yes, absolutely. I'm thinking, why would he make such a statement? Or is he saying that if I didn't kill her, so is he confessing? Then he's asking the question, who did?
It's just a stupid answer.
I mean, if you say who did,
you can't
if I didn't kill her,
no.
Then who did? So is he confessing that she was killed because he's asked who did?
Well, that's a good question.
I mean, that sounds like he knows she's been killed.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
That sounds like he knows that she's been killed and that he did it. Mm-hmm. I mean, if someone just point blank asked me, did I kill their daughter? I'm not going to say something like that. I'm just going to say no. Just say no. To me, he sounds crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah, really.
I agree. Imagine. Yeah, that's crazy. Go ahead.
Yeah, that's he did it, and I hope they're able to. I just hope they're able to find more evidence. But them searching back there, knowing the police like I do, not saying that they're not capable of, showing more care and concern and going on ahead and doing a more thorough search. But I feel like that. I think they really did get a tip, or they're on to something, they know something.
Right, I agree. Yeah,
I agree, because it's been so quiet. Like the past 2 weeks, there's been nothing, and at least the last 2 weeks, and then all of a sudden they're searching, this area for hours and hours. Yesterday, it's got to be on to.
Yeah.
And I know they typically stay kind of quiet when they don't want to give something away, or they don't want to tip off, whoever it is they're trying to catch or get evidence against, things of that nature.
Right.
So,
very good point. And
and she was living in a domestic violence situation anyway, from what they tell us. So this is very sad. I think they probably feel that he did it, but they have to. I guess they have to get a lot of things that they can really pull out and say, okay, concrete. Here's the proof.
You need to have proof.
We got you.
Yeah, you have to have proof.
Yeah.
And then the thing is, again, he reported her missing 2 weeks after she'd been missing and said, well, I just saw her. If she's supposed to be your wife now, he said, well, she just got out the house, left in some blue car, I think he said, and he'd never seen her again.
And left her phone and purse and her car,
her money and everything. It just
that just doesn't. I mean, wow, what woman does that?
Unless nobody, unless they. I mean, there. As far as I know, there wasn't no history of like mental illness or anything like that.
No, not with her. She was a school teacher. Was she a school teacher?
Well, then she worked at a hospital.
Yo, she was a nurse at a hospital. So,
that's foul play.
Yeah,
and I
absolutely
he did it. I believe he did it. I really hope that they're able to come up with more clues. Or it's a sad situation. I'm praying for the family.
Yeah. Now, do you think people? Do you think the police or the officials, or what am I trying to say here? Do you think going too light on people that kill other people?
You just mean in general?
In general. And then in a situation like a husband and wife, in a situation too, like this particular situation, do you think that there needs to be a stricter law as far as when people kill somebody, rather than just going to prison and eating 3 square meals a day for 9 years, and have taxpayers' money, have education available to them, a place to sleep. They're not out in the elements,
Well, I mean, you make it sound like they're at the Holiday Inn.
I mean, basically, they're not. I mean, no. What I'm saying is they have a place to stay.
Yeah, but
you have homeless and other people that are trying to do the right thing.
That's true.
That are homeless and on the streets.
That's true.
But the taxpayers don't pay for them and say, "Hey, let's get them off the streets." But you have these people in prison that commit murder, and all they do is sit there every single day and whatever they may have them to do. But the thing about it is they're still alive. I think if you should be killed.
Just knock them off.
Just knock them off. Well, you got to give them a chance to be saved. They knew that before they killed him. They knew about Jesus. It's too much gospel being preached for them not to know. And if they didn't know, so hey, so they had a chance to know. I mean, what do you think?
Honestly, I'm inclined to agree more toward you. If you feel you need death penalty, it's a good question, because like the people, professing to be Christians, like I profess to be a Christian. I mean, I've heard people say, well, they were caught, they're in prison now, and they're serving their time for doing what they did. But I don't know. It's just, to me, I'm kind of feeling the same way. I need at least the death penalty, life, something.
Yeah, because that other person is not alive anymore.
Right.
So, but yet, okay, let's give this person another opportunity.
Wow.
Yeah.
To me, it's got to be a case though where it's one of those cases where for sure that they did it. You don't want to, knock somebody off.
Because we've all seen where people have gone to prison and they didn't commit the crime at all.
Yeah.
And
but
I hate to say it, but African Americans they've gone to prison for crimes they definitely didn't commit. And they've been in there for
Yeah.
years.
All the time.
No, if you know for a fact this person killed this person, and there's no question about it, you know, people saw it, witness, and it happened. So, and they confess, then that person needs, it needs to go down.
It's going down. Yeah.
Yeah.
No chance of getting out at all. No.
Yeah. Greg says, Bob,
y'all brutal.
Greg says, Bob, trust me. When I say, I'm reading the comments here, when I say that a large percentage of the homeless are out there because they... I don't know about that.
That's interesting, Greg.
I don't know about that. I don't think people say, hey, one day I'm living in a house, I think I'm not going to pay my bill because I want to be homeless. Let me check that.
In my lifetime, I've only met one homeless person who point blank said that they chose to be out there.
Yeah.
And he also had a mental health issue.
Oh, well, there you go.
Mental health field.
Right.
But all others I met, no. They've had circumstances that caused them to be homeless. They didn't want to be out there.
They didn't want to be. No, I don't think anybody wants to be out there on that truck. Now, I guess what maybe he's trying to say that, I don't know what he's trying to say.
What are you trying to say?
I don't know what he's trying to say.
No,
really.
he said these homeless, they said, look, forget my house. All this roof.
They choose to be homeless.
And all this air conditioning.
What do you do to choose to be homeless, though?
You leave. You walk out your house.
Just forget everything.
You go under the nearest bridge and you get you a blanket. Yeah.
But, it's a serious problem for homeless people.
Honestly, I couldn't see you wanting to choose.
And you see... you have a lot of tongue-talking church folk that just ride by the homeless sleeping on the streets and point their hand over there and say, "Oh."
Right.
Oh, Lord. Look, you about to get something else started.
I'm about to get something. Tina, ma'am, we thank you for joining us, ma'am, and you very good comment. Thanks a lot.
No problem.
Okay. Bye-bye.
All right, we got another call coming in.
Daniel
in the building.
Daniel, welcome to the show. Good morning on a Wednesday. It's Wednesday. Yes.
Yep, it is a Wednesday. Good morning, gentlemen. What's happening?
What's happening, doctor?
Yeah, I'm all good. Look here, this is my thing. Now, I want to get this right.
Yes, sir.
Because I don't think right no matter what. I just don't look at the reasoning. I just don't think me as a human taking another human's life is ever okay, no matter what. It may happen, and that instance may, and I hope it never comes across, but that very well may be what happens to be the reality of a situation. But I don't think I should consciously go into a situation saying, yeah, I'm about to end this other human being's existence. However, if from this singular greater creator, however it's defined by whomever, and I kill roaches, I those all day long. Is it a false equivalence, or is it the fact that I'm now, if I've killed before consciously, then just because of the human being, for human beings' justifications, it's okay to do so, as opposed to, well, in both cases, I'm justified. I don't want rodents and insects around me, and in the case of individuals that think someone should be killed, I guess in this case for killing someone else, then is it then become a false equivalency, or is it just the reality of what we accept as human beings is what's appropriate and what's not appropriate when it comes to quote unquote killing?
Okay, so I don't think Daniel that's talking about thou shalt not kill. It's talking about bugs and roaches. I think talking about here. I think what's been said. Let's put it this way. Excuse me. Is that we're talking about God's highest creation, and that's man and woman. When we talking about killing each other, the human life, then that's a different from just bugs and spiders.
Yeah,
and
they don't have
all
a
of
soul
that.
or spirit.
No.
Okay. Like, what about rodents? More of something a little bit more advanced? Because I don't know. We being the most advanced is scripture, but I'll accept that we are extremely advanced life form.
Mm-hmm.
But people kill animals recklessly. They hunt and kill elephant for game and just for trophy. Just things that I don't think are appropriate as highest creators or the result of the highest inflicting that type of action upon living creation from that same higher being.
God said in Genesis when he created the beasts and animals and all that other kind of stuff, he did tell Adam that these things and the veggies, the garden, and the animals were created and for food for him to choose to eat as well. So, I'm God, from what he said there, he created the animals and things that if man wants to eat, that they can, but it's given for them to eat. But you'd receive everything, it says, as long as you receive it with thanksgiving. So, I think that's, from what the scripture says, it's okay.
Oh, well, I don't, because then it becomes an oxymoron where now thou shalt not kill is also. And if we look at like animals of meant to eat, like if we look at beef and pork and what it does to the body per se in terms of being okay to eat, it's not necessarily what we should. Everything's in moderation. I don't trip up because I eat everything, but I just know that I just don't know that if I just can't feel comfortable no matter what the circumstance saying. Life. Well, words I don't feel comfortable saying, regardless of if it's justified or not.
In the book of Acts, we talked about when Peter fell into a trance. And then he saw a sheet, like four corners coming down from heaven, and he saw in that sheet all four kinds of beasts and everything come down from heaven in that sheet. And so then the Lord told Peter, he said, clean, do not call common or unclean. And, rise, Peter. Then Peter said, not so, Lord. I don't eat that kind of, the Lord showed him in a trance that those things, all things is clean. That's why he came down, that's why he brought the animals down in a sheet. Because commonly we look at a sheet back then, they didn't have no pink, blue. You look at a sheet as just a white content, so this is why the Lord let the animals came down to him while he was in a trance to show him that, and then he told him, he said, what I've cleaned, don't call common or unclean. And that's everything's good to eat, and you're to receive it with thanks. That's the way we're to do it. So no, I don't know. God doesn't have anything against us killing animals for it to eat, but
I know you were talking about people as well toward the end there.
Yeah.
As far as that,
no, not people. I mean,
Now I know that, but just so I could get you to directly get that part there.
And I look at if you look at. Go ahead. I'm sorry, John.
Yeah, but I'll just to get to your point because we were also talking about. And what should happen when other people kill other people, that should happen. So talk about
it didn't say. The scriptures don't say you kill other people to eat. He didn't give other people for us to eat. He let them down in a sheet and say, okay, you're to receive all of these type of things with Thanksgiving.
Now, just to clear again, your thoughts on killing people that kill other people.
Oh yeah, my thought on people killing other people. I think if they kill other people, take other people's lives, then they should be killed. It's murder. The Bible calls it murder.
But it also says thou shalt not kill. You see what I'm saying? It doesn't give you an asterisk saying, well, hold on, subtext appendix C tells you to list the reasons where it's okay.
Daniel, if God says it's okay to eat animals, how are you going to eat them? Eat them alive?
No, I'm just saying that's okay. We going back to the death penalty. And another thing about the animals, like if you look at how they live and how they interact, man. You take a baby calf from a mother calf, she's gonna be depressed for some days as they feel a certain way. Like I don't say they feel like humans, but that maternal relationship exists amongst all living creation, pretty much. So I don't know. I'm gonna just leave that where it is. But get back to the original point that if thou shalt not kill, then that's it. And say, well, this person did this, so I'm going to justify it as an imperfect man and take these words and make it to where it applies. In this circumstance, I'm going to go against God's word for the purposes of quote-unquote justice.
Well, I mean, that's a personal belief. I mean, I think everybody have personal beliefs and what they may understand what one thing is saying. And if your personal belief is that thou shalt not kill or kill, then let the roaches roll. Let the spiders crawl. Let the mosquitoes bite.
Well, no, I don't do that.
I'm just saying.
But no, I do. If I see a moth in the house, my wife going crazy. I do try to catch it and release it. Like put a cup over it. I ain't lying. I do. I try to do my part. But no, I got pest control, bro. I don't play those games. But back to the voting thing. I'm starting to realize that when you start to hear stuff over generations, like when I was growing up, the same black folk need to do this way, and then if not, it's a problem. Like, and then you hear it again, like, okay, I think it's really the bigger thing is that black people, we have to do things on a macro level. Sticking together is very big for us to overcome what has occurred to us from an objective standpoint. I don't think people are articulating that. They just let their emotions get in the way and they get upset and make it about what ultimately it's their spiritual nature saying we got to come together in order to fix our problems internally instead of waiting on the proper votes or the proper politician or the proper circumstance. Like we have the energy within, but we have to come. We can't do it micro level and expect the gains to really impact our community. And I don't think people I think people aren't scratching where they itch, and it comes out to where now we're constantly hearing. I'm assuming your peers used to say it growing up. You don't vote this way, you this, and you against. We're going to have this antagonistic energy because ultimately we know, without even saying it, we got to come together. So to be able to look at consistent trends that have an impact, that have affected us or haven't moved the needle for us, and say, okay, y'all, well, we got enough data to say this is us. We really want to come together, but we're not talking about it. And even talking about coming together has been a hurdle. But I think this is an opportunity for us to say, here's a real. This is real.
Okay.
Everybody talks bad on people don't vote the same way, and that's a problem.
All right. Hey, Daniel, we hear you. We appreciate the call, man, and share some good stuff there. And we got some people that disagree with you on comments.
Hey, man, all I know is
who disagree with me?
Who disagree with Daniel? Nobody's supposed to disagree with Daniel.
That's right. That's not what black people do.
Yeah,
we got to stick together.
We're supposed to ride or die.
Yeah, right. Okay. Daniel, man, we appreciate the call.
All right, man. Y'all take it easy.
Take
you
care.
too, man.
All right.
And the responses with the roaches and mosquitoes is hilarious. All I know is if I see a mosquito or a roach or anything like that, it's going down. Its life is going to be over. But let me go back to some of these comments that came in the midst of the conversation. Let's see, where's the best place to start here? Man, so many.
Greg says punishment to the murderers. Let's see.
I got it right. I got it.
Bob, trust me when I say large percentage. Okay, go ahead.
I got it. That's what I said. When it comes to the punishment of murderers, deals are made to find the bodies or to get confessions as to not have lengthy, expensive, fruitless trials. And that does happen.
Okay.
Also, Michelle Lynn says mental health problems as well, and that's in reference to, the phone's ringing up, but that's in reference to the homeless situation that was mentioned.
Greg, welcome to the show. Good morning on a Wednesday.
Good morning, Mr. Bob and Josh. How y'all doing?
Good morning, man. We're doing great. How about yourself?
I'm trying to save these remote and rats because we can't have them dying.
That's murder.
Yeah.
Well, the murderer supreme has called the phone.
That's what you do.
You should be in prison.
Yeah, for life.
Well, if there's any consolation, I worked in a prison. I was locked down with the inmates 8 to 16 hours a day. If that counts.
There you go.
We called the end of shift, getting paroled every day.
Oh, okay.
You know.
I bet you're glad to get out of there. Yeah.
Oh yeah. Plus, it wasn't air conditioned either, and that was it was rough.
Oh, okay.
It was rough. But look, if it'll help ease Daniel's mind, look, we just don't go on a murderous rampage every day. You know, there is science to what we do. There is methodology to what we do. You know. Mice all up in your house, Daniel. They're nasty. They harbor diseases. They can do kinds of things to happen to you physically. Now, you know, the number one thing when we're doing our job as far as the four-legged pest is try to keep them out. We don't try to kill them all. That's the number one thing is finding out how they get in and keep them out. Now, if they persist in their larcenous behavior, then we must do what we do.
Right. There you go.
It's just that simple.
So you're saying the pests, the roaches, and the bugs that come in from the outside, they're actually causing themselves to be murdered by getting into a place where they're not supposed to be.
And entering.
It's sort of like suicide by cop. You know?
Okay, got it.
It makes perfect sense.
They have their natural habitat they're supposed to keep their butts in. But no, they just got to be all, you know, and looking all willy-nilly in the wrong places. That's all.
And creeping
we're not going out into the woods. We're not going out, you know, because I'm actually only allowed to treat a house a certain distance anyway.
Yeah.
Inside the house or 3 feet out from the house. I'm not allowed to go out into somebody and start killing bugs. That's not what we do. That's not the science of it.
Right.
You know?
Right.
Now, there are specific instances where I can go out. Say, like, for instance, somebody has fire ants, and there's a fire ant mound in their yard. Okay, well, you know, I have to get the customer's permission first. I can't just ride down the street, the fire ant mound, and start spraying and blasting it.
Yeah.
I can't do that.
Right.
So I have to have permission from the customers. So it's not all, like I said, it's not all just murderous, as, you know, as people would think. You know, and trust me, I have customers. You know, they want a green aspect of pest control. You know, they don't want any product. You know, I try not to use the word chemical.
Right.
But they don't want any products. The only thing they want are consultations on how to keep pests out. Now, we have customers like that. You know, pest control has changed a lot in the 16 years I've been doing it.
Yeah.
But look, Bob.
Yes, sir.
As far as, you know, the punishment, I put my statement on Facebook. But as far as, you know, the punishment for murderers, you know, they make deals all the time. You know, sometimes it's just to bring closure to the family. So, you know, sometimes they hide their bodies.
Yeah.
And they don't want to have, you know, law enforcement or the families don't want to have to search for 6 months trying to find the body. So they offer, you know, the killer, they know they killed him, you know. So they'll offer, hey, we're going to take the death penalty off the table if you just, you know, confess and tell us where to find the body. You know. Yeah. And that's how some of those deals are made, even in some of the most heinous cases, you know.
Right.
Like there was a fellow back right around the time of the Leicester Street murders in 2008. There was a guy killed his wife, a teacher. Very beloved at her school. Killed her, dumped her body over in the Wolf River. I believe it was a Wolf River, or Lucy Hatchie, one of the two. And he ended up copping a deal to second degree murder, you know, instead of first degree, you know. But the thing about it, they needed his so
right.
They put the death penalty off the table. They pulled first degree murder off the table in exchange for his confession, which seems awful. You know, it seems awful. But, see, I'm dealing with something right now, right?
Yeah.
My 3 years now, my granddaughter, her little friend, her friend's mother were kidnapped by her boyfriend, subsequently killed. He took her body and put the kids in the trunk too, with her body.
I remember.
You know?
Yeah. I remember when that happened.
You know, and I got to call my daughter. They got to go see the grant. They got to start. They got to go have an interview or whatever it is. Start the process of the trial. My granddaughter said she'd rather die than see this.
Wow.
You know what I'm saying? So
was that a situation in Colorado or somewhere?
No, that was here.
No, that was here. This
Okay.
was with. No, Greg's talking about this was with his family.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that's why I remember because Greg called in and told us it was his family. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so, you know, so I'm dealing with the pain that my granddaughter, you know, has to do. And that's why a lot of these deals are made, you know, because the families, man, they don't want to drag this out. You know, this been dragging out for almost 3 years now.
Yeah. Okay.
You know? And so, but, you know, they're not going to, the prosecutors are not going to relent and make no deal. Which I'm all for it on that end of the spectrum, but then I got to look at what my granddaughter's having to constantly face. And the other little young lady, who's now got to be constantly reminded that her mother was killed brutally and she witnessed it.
Wow.
So, you know, she's got to constantly see this, you know, so, you know, and that's why some of the deals are made, man. And I tell people all the time, come to things that you don't, that, you know, a lot of us don't understand until you actually have to witness it.
Yeah.
There are so many things in the background that you have no idea of.
Right. Okay.
And so sometimes that's how some of the ridiculous decisions get made.
Right. Okay. All right.
And now, you know, Friday I'm probably going to have to take off work maybe and, you know, go with her down there, you know, to give her some support because she is not really not feeling this whatsoever.
Right. Absolutely.
That's rough.
She's
man.
in our prayers. And,
praying for all of y'all, really.
Yes, indeed.
Really.
And Greg, we appreciate the call. Yes, and
I appreciate that. And one thing I'm going to say, I'm going to go.
Yes, sir.
I've always been on the fence of the death penalty, but I'm all for it now. I was always on the fence about the stop and frisk thing, but I'm all for it now. Because if he had got stopped, just some random point, you know, we might have got him off the street before he went and did that again to somebody down in Georgia.
Absolutely.
You know, luckily that young lady lived.
Yeah.
But she is forever scarred for what he did to her.
Absolutely.
Mentally and physically.
Yes, sir. Absolutely. I agree.
Yeah. So
I totally agree.
There are some things, man, that you know that you're against until it's your turn. Then you it opens your eyes, man. It really does.
Yes, sir. All right, Greg, we appreciate the call.
All right, fellas, look, y'all have a great day, man.
Thanks
Appreciate
again.
you, man.
All right.
And so there's a lot there. Saying, y'all let us know. What do you think about what Greg had to say there about those comments there? Because I know that was a rough situation. Made a lot of news in Memphis at the time if it was going on. And ironically, that was dealing with his family. So definitely prayers out.
Yeah.
But what do y'all think, man? He says he's for, these things happening. He's for the stop and frisk now. He's for the death penalty now because of seeing the pain that this stuff can cause and the things that can prevent these things from happening in the future by these you know, a lot of people call extreme measures.
If people know, hey, if you kill someone, you're going to be killed. I guarantee you a lot of this stuff will slow down. People just, you know, hey, I'm going to take somebody's life, so they're not going to really kill me. They're going to send me to prison for whatever many years and then probably get paroled and get out and all that other kind of stuff. But I guarantee you, if the law was if you kill, get killed, you die, then people would think twice about putting that pistol in your face and pulling the trigger on someone else. Hey, Josh, we're out of time.
Oh my goodness,
yes, it's after 10 o'clock. My
Are
goodness.
you serious?
Yes.
I literally didn't know. I really didn't.
We have overspoken. If there's a
I literally didn't know. That's crazy.
Yeah. And we've got lots of comments. Oh my God.
And Terry, when I say keeping, I mean, where are you hiding Vicky? You know, because I know she's hiding somewhere. I know if you kidnapped her or what the deal is, but y'all let me know what's going on with that situation. And if you don't know,
what is Jet talking about, Terry? When you getting out?
Yeah, we're talking about the same thing.
Oh, okay.
I don't want to reveal the on there, but
where is Vicky?
Yeah, I'm saying,
Does Terry have Vicky?
I don't know. I feel like
Is she handcuffed?
Is it a kidnapping situation?
What is going on here?
I don't know.
Oh, but anyway.
You know how them Saints fans are. She's a Saints fan, so
yeah. Argentina?
Yeah, I think replying to Terry. I know they were talking a little bit earlier.
Yeah, she's a player.
I'm sorry, I just saw your comment. Yeah, my family. And I'm speaking of mostly my grandparents have told me that I must vote Democrat because they are for us.
Well, Democrats are for us. Who is us?
Now she's saying that that's what she grew up with.
Right, that's what black folks say.
Yeah, now
Democrats are for black folk.
Yeah, now and let me get into that a little bit. Now I'm not gonna go too much into it.
Okay, yeah.
But Jed had it earlier. It's thrown out there that blacks force blacks to vote Democrat. That 70s. I don't know if I buy that.
I don't know either, Jed.
I don't buy that at all.
I'm with you on some things, but I can't stand with you on this one.
I think that's still going on.
I think it's alive and well. Indeed. All right, then. Hey, that's going to do it for us. Thanks for all the phone calls, your comments. Oh, we just didn't get to all the comments. Great comments you all had, though. We appreciate it. And a lot of them we did read. So, hey, it's been a great time with you today. And we're going to do it again, all over again tomorrow. And have a blessed and wonderful day today. Stay cool. It's going to get hot. Take care of yourself. And, hey, be good to yourself. Be good to others.
That's right.
And, take time out and treat yourself to something today if you can. And... yeah, Jen said it made sense then back in the 50s and 60s to say that. But anyway, hey, it's been a wonderful day today. We'll talk to you tomorrow.
Tomorrow, yeah.
What is today? Wednesday?
It's Wednesday.
Are you having sports talk today?
I will not. I will be back tomorrow.
Be back tomorrow
on Thursday. So y'all tune in for that.
Yeah, and I'll have Bible teaching more likely this afternoon.
Okay.
Yes, cool. Breaking bread. So you want to stick around for that as well. Hey, have a wonderful day today. Thanks for checking in with us. We'll see you tomorrow.
Are you tired of going to the doctor with the same issue over and over again and never getting any relief? Are you tired of buying all types of vitamins and supplements, hoping but not knowing for sure that they will keep you healthy? Or are you getting enough of the right kind of nutrients that your specific body needs? If you answered yes to any of these questions, you need a nutritional blood analysis. With a nutritional blood analysis, we can take one drop of blood from a prick of your finger and analyze your body's nutritional needs, nutritional deficiencies, and nutritional imbalances. This analysis can provide an early warning of possible future health challenges so you can make the changes now to avoid the negative outcome. A nutritional blood analysis can be used to monitor a health challenge before and after adopting an approach to restore health and balance. It will also allow you the ability to determine the effectiveness of various approaches to restoring and balancing your health. So don't wait. Make your appointment. Stop guessing with your health. Know what works for sure. 901-602-7063.
Graphic Printing, located at 890 East Range Road in Memphis, a complete print shop for all your printing needs. They do it all: color copies, resumes, funeral programs, rubber stamps, full-color business cards, wedding and graduation invitations, and more. 30-plus years of quality work and service. They're open Monday through Friday from 8 a.m. to 5:30 p.m., located at 890 East Range Road in Memphis, Tennessee, 901-345-9294. Graphic Printing.
CJ Used Appliances, located at 3530 Jackson Avenue here in Memphis, Tennessee. Call them at 901-487-7882. CJ Used Appliances has the best prices in town. Sales and service, heating and air. Also the best appliances you'll find anywhere in the Mid-South. Refrigerators, microwave stoves, washers and dryers, deep freezers, dishwashers, whatever you need in used appliances. And folks will tell you they're the best used appliances anywhere you'll find. That's CJ Used Appliances, 3530 Jackson Avenue. All appliances come with warranty. You can call them at 901-487-7882. Again, 901-487-7882. CJ Used Appliances. C&S Motors Auto Sales, located at 2508 Summer Avenue, here in Memphis, Tennessee. Call them at 901-323-8778. C&S Motors Auto Sales has been around since 1984. Go by and see Chris today. Some of the best pre-owned and used vehicles in the city. They have SUVs, minivans, cars, trucks, whatever you're looking for in pre-owned used vehicles. Hey, you can find it right there at C&S Motors Auto Sales. See Chris since 1984. They will treat you right. Call them at 901-323-8778. That's 901-323-8778. 2508 Summer Avenue, C&S Motors Auto Sales.
This is Sergeant Chris Richardson with the Tennessee Highway Patrol, here to explain the Tennessee Hands-Free Law, which is a new state law effective July 1st, 2019. In Public Chapter 412, it makes it illegal for a driver to hold a cell phone or a mobile device with any part of their body, to write, send, or read any text-based communication, to reach for a cell phone or mobile device in a manner that requires the driver to no longer be in a seated driving position or properly restrained by a seatbelt, to watch a video or a movie on a cell phone or a mobile device, and to record or broadcast video on a cell phone or a mobile device. So, can I still talk on my cell phone while driving? Yes. A driver is permitted to use an earpiece, headphone device, or a device worn on a wrist to conduct a voice-based communication. The driver may use one button on a cell phone or mobile device to initiate or terminate voice communication, and voice-based communication may also be used to send a text message. Learn more at handsfreetn.com.